Like a moth to a flame, it pulls us in. Next thing we know, we're in a now bear's den. Tomorrow, I know it all begins again. But where we're needed, we will go. And I'll roll the dice. Haven't you heard? The heroes have returned. Haven't you heard? The heroes have returned.
I bet that one got picked up. Hello, everyone. I'm Adam, and thank you for joining us for this week's Heroes of the Plains. We have a very special guest with us tonight. As you can see, we are missing Meagan Kenreck, but we will have her back next week. And we have special guest Orkira Ildrex. Thank you so much for joining us. We normally don't go around the table until the very end for this old regular cast, but Orkira, it would be great if you could just introduce yourself. If people have been living under a rock, talk about what you've been doing in the summer of Orkira, and say anything else you would like to the audience.
Sweet. Hi, I'm Orkira Ildrex. I am so excited to be here. I am shaking. That's also caffeine, but it's both caffeine and enthusiasm. I'm a TTRPG streamer. You can catch me over on Dimension 20. We just wrapped Misfits in Magic, a game I got to run, and Exandria Unlimited is still live, and I'm running that over on Critical Role's channel amongst playing other places too. So, and Into the Motherlands is coming back next week. I'm very bad at an outro, so when you make me do it up top, it's double bad. We could just move along now. It's fine.
And where can they find you online?
Oh, at Quiddy online. QUIDDA.
That is it. Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. All right. And so some sponsors returning. We have Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, and many of the characters here in the Heroes of the Plains are in that game. You can play as us. You can apparently skip levels with Briv Steelmarrow because he's that kind of guy that he's just going to skip all the hard work. You can I don't even know what everything that everybody does, because most of the time when I'm looking on the screen, I can't even tell what's happening because there's so many animations firing at one time. But you can check everybody out, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, and we have an Electrum chest code on the screen, and you can see that in chat as well. We have Sirenscape. The sound that you'll hear tonight is coming from them because epic games need epic sound. And then we also have our wonderful sponsor, Hero Forge, who is going to give away a $75 gift card at some point during the stream tonight. And so pay attention to chat. You're going to figure out how that is going to work a little bit later, I think about an hour in, and you can get that $75 gift card, and you can pick up a lot of goodness for $75. So stay around and pay attention to chat to see what's happening. I think people are bouncing around. We are doing this live. Do we have everybody back at this point, or are we good to go? No. Who are we missing? We're missing.
We got them back. Dropped and came back.
Everybody's
back. Although
okay.
Hope just quit and protest. So
Hope just completely.
I mean, if we don't have Jen, then I'm not.
Can't work under these conditions. Yeah.
I do not blame her at all. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to you, Todd.
All right, Alyndra and Penelope are dead.
It's even with the death, they were death warded. What?
The Shadowfell is a cruel place. Okay, we know this.
And they died in Morden. Oh no!
So yeah,
Right.
Don't worry, you'll see them again. So previously on Heroes of the Plains, we were in Mordant, inside of Ravenloft. Freely got to finally deal with some old-time issues as you searched for the Sunblade, this legendary weapon used by Strahd's own brother, which, when he was a Lithid, Freely was tasked to hide for a later date, possibly for some kind of strategy against Strahd von Sarovich himself. After doing some investigation, Freely actually discovered the location. However, that location was rife with vampiric illithids. You met at an inn with a contact that turned out to merely be a puppet of the dying elder god Brain from Bloodspur, the one who used to control Freely this entire time. And after some negotiation and a great deal of gaslighting, Freely severed his ties with the Mind Flayer Brain, and you all entered into the sewers. And as you moved through the sewers, you moved very stealthily and
Thanks, Penelope.
avoided an entire tunnel of just vampiric illithids on the ceiling, vampiric illithids on the walls, the floors, and you moved through all of it and then set fire, poisoned, sunblade cut through things, caused massive destruction in the sewers, and got out with the sunblade that Freely had hidden so many years ago in the exact location you first met Freely. It was at that time of catharsis that Widdle, the gnomish Dampier, turned into a full-on Lugaroo werewolf and then bounded away, knocking several of you out of the way, causing those who were trying to cast magic to drop their spell books and their assorted spell components. And it was nightmarishly fast watching Widdle as a werewolf bound from the rooftops into the mists. And so we find ourselves 1 hour later as you are in hot pursuit of Widdle the werewolf.
A Widdle werewolf.
And you see her
Widdle.
very quickly enter into the mists. What are you all doing?
Should we be concerned about that?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so, yes.
No, just to be clear, Widdle's been with us long enough that we probably want her back, right? 'Cause she's from here. I mean, in
Yeah.
a way, is she like home? Is that?
I mean, honestly, I kind of wanted to be a werewolf myself, so it could be what she desires.
I thought that was because we offered to fix this, and then she said, "Nah, I like being ripped." But we should, more to Penelope's point, we should definitely follow.
Okay,
I
at
agree.
least we can verify whether or not this is how she wants things. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Okay, we can go. Yeah, let's go.
I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah. Wait a second, Briv. Are you upset that the Strahd killing sword fit in my hand and not in your hand? Is
I
that?
don't
not-
need little
are we-
glowy swords to make amazing things happen.
Are you sure? Oh, okay.
I am perfectly sure.
Hey, because you know where the real light is, buddy? Right in here. Right in there.
Huzzah.
When you point at Briv, your hand just sticks to his chest. You are now magnetically sealed to Briv's chest.
Okay, I'm gonna just jerk it off.
Yeah,
Like, is it his metal hand or the other one?
I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to cast shield or
Can I just push
Yeah.
the two of them?
yeah.
Need to go. and just-
Hellish rebuke, maybe. I'm not.
I need Freely or Briv to make a DC 18 strength saving throw.
I need an adult.
I would rather freely do it.
I
If he has a lower strength score.
actually made it. I feel like Freely very much just kind of hops up and plants both feet on Briv's chest, to get off of him.
You remove your hand from Briv's chest. There is still a swirling mist, almost like in a kind of old cartoony kind of way. The mist has parted a little bit as the werewolf Widdle went right through it, and it's a spinning vortex of mist that you find ahead of you.
I'm just gonna say I didn't think the werewolf would be the second most awkward thing to happen tonight, and I didn't even go.
We're going to have a conversation later on about keeping your hands to yourself.
I sure hope we're not.
So many conversations we need to have later that we've never
I
had.
am normally the
Going.
There's a
target
book.
of those
There's a
conversations.
library.
It would be much better if someone else got the talking to.
All
Into
right,
the mist.
you all
Widdle. Let's Widdle.
Widdle.
you all enter into the mist. You feel this kind of clammy moisture kind of move around you, and at times when you're traveling through the mist, you feel like you see almost like faces or the tendril of a spectral hand kind of reach out and caress your shoulders, and you
Why is
think you
everyone
hear
trying to
voices.
touch me?
You hear voices in the mist as well. Some of them beckoning, some of them calling, asking you to move in their direction, to not stay on the path that you are moving. And it's tempting. You feel kind of like there's a desire for some of you, this knowledge that there's maybe power out there for you. Something that you've maybe always wanted is in the mist. If you just step a little further.
Is anyone else curious about what might be there?
Widdle that way.
I ignite.
Widdle, yes, Widdle.
Ignite the sun blade. Gives off the light and everything. I'm like, no. Do not go into the mist. Follow Widdle.
Briv starts just randomly changing his weapon from different configurations to axes to, spears and everything, to make sure that it's clear that his weapon is equally as impressive.
Yeah, I can't do axes. That's true. Can't do axes.
Just like a chainsaw sword. You move through the mist. They part for a second, and you can feel the ground immediately feel different under your feet. The geography and everything else is quite different. In fact, almost everything seems to be made of kind of a brittle basalt and also obsidian. And far ahead of you is a large castle, a ringed city as well, made purely of obsidian. And there are lots of little obsidian flakes all over the ground. And you notice several soldiers regarding you oddly. Swords drawn, dressed in chainmail. About 7 of them. They look rough around the edges, to say the least, and maybe not the best and brightest of whatever the city's watch is. There is a large thundering storm up above, and it is raining. However, Alyndra, you almost have immediately sensory overload because you have your robe of many eyes on. You see many traps, little tiny traps, about, I would say, 5 inches or 3 inches in circumference, dotting as far as the eye can see everywhere you go.
Why are there traps everywhere?
So we just move forward, right?
No, wait. There's just how could we,
What is it?
they're just everywhere.
What's everywhere?
Like figuratively, because this place is a trap. Yes, that is true.
No, that they are, and I will go ahead and I will use my mage hand to just point, and it's just pointing to show where they are.
Perfect. You do immediately notice that one of the soldiers is masked in an illusion because you have true sight. Bria, would you like to describe yourself?
Does she see me, or just has she clocked which one is illusory?
She sees you, but I would like you to roll a perception check or an insight check. It is your dealer's choice on that one.
Ooh.
Because I feel like you know when you're being looked at.
Nice. Joke's on you, I have a +0, so no, I don't.
I feel like the joke's on you.
I rolled a 3 on insight. I clocked nothing.
Yeah. You think you're just hidden amongst them and you're
I'm
totally fine.
Crushing it.
Yeah.
So Alyndra sees sort of like through a thin veil of like what the illusion is, like this big, gruff, half-orc looking guy, and underneath it you see like a tall, lanky, half-drow, like half human. She's got really dark black hair. She looks kind of wiry and nervous, and is wearing these like surprisingly like well-made like cream and ivory leather leather armor, and carrying like a sword that's not quite as nice as the scabbard it's like writing in would suggest. And she's just looking around, trying to blend in. But she's doing a great job because there's no way anyone noticed anything weird.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
While Alyndra pointing to all these traps, Orkira has waved to these people and gone, "Hi, where are we?"
Are you talking to the soldiers?
Yeah, because
Okay.
they said they were like right there looking at us. So.
Well, you're in Perahos, the kingdom, and you're under arrest. So, yeah, everyone line up. We're just going to put these shackles on you.
Let me shortcut this and say that thou canst attempt to arrest us. But what is going to happen is thou art going to embarrass thyself. And so let us just skip to the part where thou dost greet us with the hospitality that heroes of our stature deserve, and we just move forward and try to find the friend of ours that just came into this realm.
Yeah, so I don't think we'll be doing that. In fact, it's probably just too much paperwork. Let's just kill them so we can take
find
whatever.
something heavy and throw it immediately.
Yeah, I use my mage hand to trigger the nearest trap close to them. When she point whatever it is, boop, just hit it with the mage hand.
You boop?
Close to them, not us.
Yeah, you boop the hole. Nothing happens.
And I just look at Alyndra like, what?
But it was a hole that was covered up by flakes of obsidian.
I
What's
mean, I
everyone
was
else
being
doing?
serious that I throw something.
Okay, so surprise round. Boom.
Mhm. Like, ha!
All right, you all get to do stuff.
Okay.
All right, everyone roll me initiative. Abria, I kind of feel like that you maybe were holding your action.
I was trying to see what was going on here. I was like, oh, maybe they'll be, oh, nope, they're weird. They're just going to be in, all right, a fight.
Yep. Valid. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just have you go first, if that's okay.
Yeah. So the moment I see one of these strangers starts to hup something heavy, I'm like, all right, let's do it then. And I'm going to pull out my sword and just stab the closest guy to me in the back while giving a very specific look to these other strangers. Like, please clock what we're doing here. Do not hit me.
The closest one is the captain. He is balding, but like not in the right way. Like he's balding on the sides. It's just patternless. It's just bizarre. And he's just got lots of like crooked teeth. And one of them is a little bit on the outside, actually. And you've seen him do great violence and great horrors before. You go ahead and roll your attack roll on him.
Sweet. And I yell as I do it, aim for this one, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Cool. 28 to hit.
Oh, you hit.
Cool. All right. And I'm going to put a smite on it because why not? We're doing a great thing and I have new friends I would like to impress with a staggering smite. Can I get a wisdom save of 18?
Smite is the way to mine heart.
That's a shirt.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
1 second.
We'll say,
Yeah, they fail.
Sweet. Perfect. For a total of 23 points of damage on the first hit.
What are you hitting them with? Can you describe the weapon?
So I pull this sword out of my scabbard, and you see even through the illusion, like her expression kind of drops, like she's disappointed at like this short, slightly curved blade that she brandishes, and she kind of swipes it across the back of the captain's neck and flicks it down. And I'm gonna I know I'm supposed to attack twice, but I do want to see what these strangers are gonna do before I overcommit myself.
How would you like to kill the captain?
Oh, well, yeah, I swipe him, and then I'm like, let me just, oh, he's dead. And I go and grab his head and I grab some of that patchy hair that's left, and it kind of comes out in a clump. And I would have happily brandished a decapitated head for you all, but it kind of slipped out, and it just hits her foot, and she kind of just kicks it like a foot and a half towards you and shrugs.
As Briv was like throwing, but her weight kind of comes over where it would be into the path, and basically at the last moment he kind of just pitches it up, and it goes basically like that last throw of Tom Brady in the little pitching machine, and it just like flies way up into the air and way over her head.
Okay, perfect.
Does the illusion break presumably when this happens? Like we all see a half drow, or no?
Nope.
It depends on the illusion.
Illusion is still
right?
maintained. Invisibility
Right.
does not, but a disguise self still maintained.
Right.
So it's
Great.
great if you
Why
want
are
to
they
frame
attacking
people.
each other?
I don't. Over the telepathic bond, I will say there's something different about that one.
Yeah, she said please
Yeah, she
before
just killed
attacking.
her friends.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
that
but-
too.
Yeah, Briv, did you see the like?
Be careful.
You're supposed to be fighting us, not each
It
Be
was
other.
thoughtful about
Wait,
this.
no, Penelope, this is good for us. This is good for us.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Why did you just kill your compatriot?
We can ask after we kill the other compatriots.
Well, just in case there's like other compatriots that we're not supposed to kill.
Valid.
Yeah, did we kill everybody else?
And you see her kind of just, what was the accent I was doing? Just kill them, not me.
All right.
Okay.
Did we get everyone to roll initiative? Briv, you are also initiating attack, so I think you should go ahead. So you want to just throw the rock over? You don't want to hit anybody?
I mean, at this point in time, like if you'll allow me to, then I will pick another one to throw it at. Sure.
I think that she literally cut this man's head off, and then
Yeah.
the rock passed through that empty space and hit the next guy.
Okay, that sounds like a wonderful plan. All right.
So
Yelling
briefly-
Olay is a free action, and I would like to take it.
So the
Mhm.
rock, the bolt, like kind of boulder you just threw, just kind of like smears across the neck hole and gets a little streak of blood at the same time. And for a minute, you have this horrible visage of a man with a boulder head for about 2 seconds as it passes by and hits the next guy. Go and roll your attack.
Okay, so let's say just like a dexterity. I'm probably not proficient with that, so we're gonna say that is a, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with
I'm
gonna
okay.
go with strength on that, being a shot putter. So
okay, got it. All right. So strength, and no, so that's gonna be a 19.
okay, and 19 hits.
All right. So, what kind of damage is a giant rock going to do?
I'm going to say this equates to the catapult spell. Do 3d8.
Wow, that is a giant rock. Oh, so that's
This is my
21 points of
bludgeoning
damage.
boulder.
How much damage?
21 points of damage.
Yeah. Okay. So the quick action here is, and again, Abria, what is the name of your character again?
Margot.
So Margot just chops a guy's head off, tries to hold on to it. A boulder passes through that space. The next guy is like, what? And then a boulder hits him right in the head, and it just kind of knocks his head back like a Pez dispenser, and he drops to the ground as well.
I hope that was a bad one.
Honestly, they're all bad. I'm very impressed.
What?
Keep killing them in the head, please. Thank you.
Is it just me or is their accent changing?
No.
Perhaps
I can
that's the
heal
way
here.
accents work here.
Oh,
Perhaps that
okay.
is the local dialect.
Please continue to murder, and
So-
don't worry about my accent yet. Thank you.
Totally accurate. All right, we're up to Freely. What are you doing? There are now, one headless man and then another man with a loosely headless situation. That's on
Are
you,
there-
Briv.
Are there any untouched people?
Oh yeah, there are 5
I'm like,
more.
time to go to work, and sunblade, and I run in, and I'm gonna hit the first one, and whether or not they go down will dictate whether or not I hit the second one.
Okay.
So that's a dirty 20 to attack.
Oof. Okay.
Gonna put I'm gonna put a smite medium. Wait a second. I said I'm showing off. Okay. I'll put a level 3 smite on this guy. So they're not undead by chance, are they?
No, they're humans.
Okay. Then that is going to be.
Orkira, you are on deck.
I mean, humans, or formerly, undead or formerly human. That is going to be. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Require more dice. I'm like, that's not enough damage. That's not
How
enough
far
dice.
are we from them?
You're very close to them. They were right on the misty border. And
Very-
Penelope, as you're kind of looking around the scenario, even though there's a lot of headlessness going on, you do see giant wolf tracks in the mud.
18 on this first guy.
Okay.
Is he still up?
No, he like raises his sword immediately at you, and you just slice right through his wrist, and the sword drops right into the mud.
In a 21 to hit the second guy, I'll drop a smite on him too.
Okay.
So that whoops, that is gonna be 26 on him.
Yeah, tell me how he dies.
Like Freely literally just runs forward and it's like and like cuts the guy in half and just stops right in front of her and like, hey, so a friend of ours just came through here, like she would have been like yay big and like did you anything?
Do you mean like rar as like a monster or like a big wolf, maybe?
Yeah,
Yes.
both. Yeah, honestly, actually, really both.
Didn't see your friend myself, but we were tracking. Please finish the murder really quick.
The rest.
Thank you.
No, Penelope and Alyndra. No, they got these guys. No, you guys got these guys, right? They're like nothing. Yeah, and that's it for me.
They die with rocks to the face. If I had a coin every time I got hit with a rock in the face.
That's true. You
No,
guys can
hold
run
on.
for your-
Finish that thought, please.
The headless man, because I've heard tell that you do have a little bit of consciousness once you are headless, just thinks, what not? Nothing.
Do I see his little head thinking a thought?
Yeah, you see the facial gesture.
Okay, as a reaction, I would like to soul cage this one, because look, one thinks. So I'll just take that soul. I just pull out a little silver like cage and go, oh, okay, I will borrow you for a second. And then you just see all of his like life leave his eyes as he gets booped in my little cage, and I put it back on my hip.
I'm simultaneously impressed but terrified.
Thank you.
And that is it for Freely.
And that happens. Orkira, what are you doing next?
There's a
as you see Margot just tear the soul out of the captain's head.
Like a
And-
little bit.
Put it into a small little cage. Your
As a
soul
treat.
is mine.
So there's a moment in where she's a little heartbroken that Freely wouldn't turn to her and say, go make death happen. Although she kind of understands. And then the soul cage things happen. And there's a very long moment where she's just going to stare at Margot, her head cocked. Are we sure we're not supposed to attack this one? Are we sure about this?
I wouldn't recommend it, but do what you feel.
Oh, you don't want me to do what I feel right at this moment, but let's start with this. And she'll pat the book on her side, and she'll do Explosion of Life and give everybody some temporary hit points and fire resistance because she can't think of anything else to do right now because she's a little startled.
Do you
So
give it to Margot?
no, no, she is not yet an ally, especially after that. So everybody is gonna get as the fire. Oh, why do I never roll well on this? Everybody gets 2 temporary
Yay.
hit points and feels a little bit warmer.
That
As-
tickles.
Yes.
Can I
And-
ask what your magic looks like?
So in this case, what you actually see is almost a sphere of fire that emanates from this book on her hip when she taps it, and it goes out within 30 feet of her. And at first, it's pretty bright, and it actually stays there. I- I think it casts dim light. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's a 30-foot radius. It's filled with bright light. Sphere moves with you and lasts for a minute. So it's almost as though we're now surrounded in kind of this iridescent fire, and everything is bright around us.
Perfect.
Beautiful, but nothing is dying.
That's why I've got other friends. I'm not the one that kills people.
And now
Noted.
we're on Alyndra.
I'm in agreement. I'm not quite sure why we're killing them. We just need to get away.
I just threw a rock at someone's face. I did not expect it to kill them.
They were gonna attack us.
Adding it to the list of conversations to have later.
He did literally order his men to kill us all.
I'm not saying that this is a wrong thing. I'm just confused.
What? How many are left?
There are 2 left.
Okay. And one has been hit but not killed.
No, neither of those 2 have been hit.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Orkira just
I did buff him.
us. I will. I will go ahead and mind spike one of them.
Okay.
So I will look at the one nearest to me, and I will gesture toward it, and a set of runes come flying at it, pierce it through the head, and then dissipate. And I now have mind spiked it.
What's the saving throw?
Wisdom 18.
Okay. It's a 2. Go and roll your damage.
And 15 points of damage.
It takes 15 points of damage and just falls to the ground in agony as it's kind of like blood comes out the ears and his eyes roll back and he slumps into the ground.
At least I just threw a rock.
Feels very on brand. I like it.
It's all head trauma.
Yeah.
And Penelope Half-Pint, there's one left. What are you doing?
Ah, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Okay. How close can I? How far do I have to walk to get to them?
Oh, just 5 feet.
Perfect. I'm gonna look at Alyndra for permission to move forward because I know she sees traps or something.
Well, I've pointed them out to you, so
Perfect.
just be careful that I don't want your foot to get stuck in one, and then you get.
Penelope does a little dance and hop to get to this person, and then she looks over and she says to this other guard, and she just says, "Hi, I don't know your name, but you seem very cool, and I love your accent, and you just seem really different from all the other guards here, and you don't look anything like, well, you seem very different from what you look like, but I think it's really cool. By the way, hold on one second." And she's going to pull out her Woad to Friendship, and she's going to cast Shillelagh, and you're going to see these little flowers pop up on it, and then she's going to say, "Take this!" And she's going to hit him in the kneecap.
Shillelagh.
Roll your
Got me
damage.
on my knees, Shillelagh.
Wow. That is a classic.
So to hit, come on, be good. It's a 16 to hit.
Yep, the hits.
And
Just
then
barely.
2d8 plus, 2d8. That'll be 14 points of damage. Back.
You crack him in the knees and he's just screaming, "Oh my god, why? Why? I didn't do anything!" And he falls over it and just slides onto someone else's sword. Actually, he falls over and unfortunately, Freely Sunblade is still ignited and he just falls through it.
I mean, we've all had those kinds of days.
Oh.
I'm standing there holding it, buzz. I'm like, oh, apparently I should turn this thing off when I'm not. Oh.
You hate to
Sorry.
see it.
Yeah, but you love to see it.
I
However,
kind
at
of
the
enjoyed it.
this exact moment, as there are all these bodies littered around you, these 6 other bodies, a whole bunch of these little holes that Alyndra warned you about, these little pockets, that, like little flaps, where silk has attached flakes of obsidian all pop up, and spiders come out. And they immediately go to work and crawl all around the dead bodies, wrapping them in silk again and again until they are fully cocooned. And they regard you for a moment and sense you are living. And then they pull all together each body down into the ground until they're completely covered by the obsidian.
Through all that, Margot just gives them a little like nod of respect and is completely unbothered by it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, spider stuff.
And we are out of combat.
I don't know if I know spider stuff, but I kind of respect it. Okay.
Well,
Well, we still have no answers to anything. Who are you? What's going
Yes.
on?
Wait,
First
wait,
question,
wait,
who
wait,
are
wait.
you?
I shall handle this. I recognize this accent. And I actually speak the language. So, bonjour. Je m'appelle Briv Steelmarrow. Comment t'appelles-tu?
You speak the Mazel tongue. Look, I've done like a week of Duolingo. You know I'm not going to be able to match you on this, but wonderfully handled. She responds in kind, and yeah, as she like responds and just says like, "Oh, my name is Margot," and she drops her disguised self, and yeah, you see like a tall, lanky half elf. Just hello. Charlie, are we moved to the point where we are not going to attack me? I just want to confirm that, please.
We shall not attack thee yet. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Have a
probably not.
conversation.
Yeah, right.
That's actually pretty good for here. So, okay.
Well, you know,
So
that
where
guy said
is
kill us
he?
all, and you killed that guy, so that means you are like on our side is usually how we approach these sort of things.
Yeah, can you tell us where we are?
Ravenloft. I'm fairly new here myself. I slipped in with this group of guards to try to find a little more information, but I am a person that values information and would like to offer you just a little bit more. Your friend, the
Mm.
Yo.
Her
She
name
did-
is Widdle.
Widdle?
Widdle.
But
Is
she's
her
big now.
name
Yeah.
Not an
Yeah,
adjective.
they range from being very tall to being very small, depending on the time of the month with the moon and things. It's a new development.
Lugaru.
That
Hey,
makes
it's like that word sounds like the way you guys talk.
Aye.
a common route. Well, your friend passed through here and decimated the patrol quite quickly. Just a sort of beautiful blood tornado of teeth and fangs.
That sounds like her.
Does sound like
Yeah.
Widdle.
Even
Mm.
when she's not a werewolf, that kind of sounds like her.
So she
Okay.
decimated, so that was just like 1 out of 10. Where are the other 9?
Ah,
Were you
that's
just sitting at night and reading a dictionary now?
I am trained in the art of war. I know what decimation is.
Fair.
Yeah,
Fair.
true. Alyndra here usually handles the information dealing. We tend to do more the blunt end of
Throwing
things. So
rocks at
yeah,
people's heads.
yeah, you should probably talk to her.
And she's gonna turn and like face Alyndra and just kind of give a little nod of a bow. Well, last I heard, the captain, and she shakes her little cage one more time, mentioned that the beast was caught after decimating the Crown's Guard at the castle. So
I'm sorry. Where is the castle, and who's in charge? What can you? Anything you know about this place that you could tell us would be very
once
helpful.
again, I walked into some mists. I've been here for like 3 hours. But
Wait, did you say Crown's Guard?
yes.
If I look around, are we in Wildmount?
No.
Okay.
I
Orkira
was
still
going
looks-
back into the mist. If that's, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
That would be
I want to grab freely before he
Oh,
goes into the mist.
oh.
I wouldn't recommend that.
I'll take my chance in Morden over Wildman. We had some rough times in that place.
Bad
Have you ever heard of a
times
place
there.
called Rexentrum? Do not go
Do
there.
not go there.
It's the
No.
worst.
You guys.
That was the-
Hooper dude.
If you wonder if we were overreacting to being arrested, no.
We
No, it's
kill
good to
anyone who
know.
threatens to arrest us.
I was going to kill some later, so you're good.
Did you hear her? You guys, this just became a rescue mission.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
wasn't it
where is
already?
the castle? So can I can try and tap in through the link to see if I can reach Widdle. Widdle? Hello?
You just hear a growling.
Like static is.
yeah, it's violent.
Breaking up.
Violent thoughts.
Can you hear me now?
They have violent
Obsessive
delights.
thoughts of Strahd. Like you almost get kind of like images in your brain of Strahd being torn to pieces.
We could use this.
Use what?
We've got a mental link to our friend, and
Broke the
our friend is
fourth wall.
having very interesting thoughts. What direction did you say she got taken in?
Do I have a sense of which way?
There are very big footprints and basically a lot of blood all heading towards the main city.
I kind of had grabbed freely, and I would like to just put freely in front of the footprints and gesture.
Okay, so our journey here has kind of become sort of complicated because we were on a rescue mission, but now we got to rescue the rescuer. But we are heroes, me especially, also Briv. Like we very much like live by it, but we all do heroic stuff. So now we've run into you here, who've only been here 3 hours. So we kind of are obligated to help you with whatever you need in the process of helping Widdle, who is trying to help Rin, so that we can go back home.
Got it.
So what can I do for you?
I am looking for a sword.
Eternal
that's
fun blade. This one?
No, but that is very nice. Watch out. People die on it on accident.
It is okay. I mean, swords that can transform into axes and polongs,
Right.
and
Yeah.
possibly even, I mean, ranged weapons, probably.
Shoot, no, they're far
even if
more
that's never
impressive.
been tried.
You do that spike thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sword. You're missing a sword. That's apparently this is where like lost swords come when they're lost. So maybe we could escort you somewhere while we're looking for our friend.
Island of misfit swords.
Well, how about if this? I will assist you and tag along, and if I see my sword, I will take that opportunity to take it.
Guys, this is
Okay.
so great. Yes.
What's it look like? And I just start minor illusioning various swords I've seen. from the completely normal to like the cartoonishly improbable. Like, just stop me when you see something you recognize.
Is
Just-
it an interactive illusion? Is it like
Yeah,
like
can
you
I
can just-
scroll through?
Yeah. I'm like not that one, not that one, not that one. Oh, that would have been awkward.
She
Yeah,
just
that's Britt.
slowly
stuff.
puts her hand over it to cover the illusion. I'll know it when I see it. Let's
Oh,
not worry about
that's
that for
kind.
now.
Okay. Just one last thing. No cutting any of our throats from behind. Okay.
Wouldn't
That's
dream of it.
it's a team rule. Okay. Let's go. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's not go. Traps.
Are we good?
Everywhere. They're everywhere.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And then start walking.
But they're just spiders that are going to take us when we die. Is that right?
I don't
Probably.
know.
Hmm.
By the way, what's your name?
Malgo.
That's important.
Margo.
Lovely to meet you.
Malgo.
Enchanté.
How do you spell that? Malgo.
Margo. And she like
Ah.
tries to copy. Just-
Wow.
Oh.
uh,
Rolls
kind of
off the
amazing.
tongue.
Thank you.
I'm
Who
Freely.
are- Freely? Alyndra?
I'm Penelope.
Penelope?
I am Briv, but I already told you that.
I did remember.
I'm
And-
Orkira. Hi.
Oh, I haven't won you over yet.
The
There's still
soul-
time.
The soul thing. That was. I'm a little put off by
Yes.
the soul thing.
Do you want to
Yes.
hold the soul?
Only if I can release it from its torment.
Absolutely not.
Then we're gonna have to agree to disagree, and I'm gonna start to walk in the direction of the
She
footprints.
put the cage upon her hip when she dipped.
I wouldn't call it torment, and I'll let it go in a couple hours.
You'll let go of the soul, or
Yeah,
What dost thou need it for 2 hours?
8 and information. We have a captain.
Oh,
That's
I
pretty
mean, well,
smart.
ask it your stuff, but then ask it like, I mean, I guess we got footprints. No, never mind. I'm clear on everything. I have no questions for him. I mean,
Margot,
maybe what's up with the spiders?
how did you get here?
Like I said, I walked into some mists.
And where are you from?
Far away.
Hey, us too.
Yeah,
yeah,
We're-
trying to explain where we're from. It's probably easier to just say far away.
we're literally from everywhere.
And I assume at this point we're walking and talking.
Yeah, walking.
Yeah.
Mhm. If I could find a stick, I'm like poking up ahead at like any holes, just like poking at them to see if like they erupt with spiders as we're walking.
Every hole has a spider, and they don't greatly appreciate, but they avoid it. They they very much crave dead flesh. So you are just annoying a lot of spiders along a very large path.
I mean, if one of them gives me a stink eye, I will Eldritch Blast it.
I mean, they give you more than one stink eye for sure.
Multifaceted.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, maybe don't.
No. Oh, right. That makes sense. Yeah. And
How big are these holes? Like, are they?
Only about 3 to 6 inches.
yeah, but 6 inches of spider, that's a lot of spider.
Yeah, but I'm more concerned about accidentally foot in holes.
Falling and tripping into them, yeah.
Your feet don't pierce through it because the webbing and the silk that they have kind of wrapped around these flakes of obsidian make it solid on the outside.
So if
Okay.
there's obsidian, that would mean there's a volcano nearby.
I mean, that would make this place way better.
Would it?
Yes.
Huh.
Kind of obsessed with fire.
Is there a volcano that I can see?
No, but most of the geography is volcanic based for sure. But you don't see an immediate volcano.
I'm half tempted to like grab some obsidian and try to figure out more about the geography, but that is not Orkira's forte. So she will just keep walking, but she will be on the lookout for lava and things that make her happy.
So what else is here?
It's pretty desolate. You do run across a number of dead bodies, and you see there are lots of flags. The only way I can put
there's
this.
lots of flags. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, but in overabundance, especially on the path leading up to the castle, there are just many flags floating in the air. They're red, and they are of a man in an X shape, and it very much is the depiction of a man on a rack.
Oh, that's disturbing.
That is their symbol.
Whoa.
Does feel like overcompensation, but sure.
And we're approaching, you said there was a big castle and then like a town around it?
Yep, there's a walled city around
These
the
flags
castle.
are red.
Yes.
And the footprints leading in the direction of the castle. Like, I mean, is there any like sign of wreckage? Like a werewolf killed a lot of people?
Oh yeah, no. There's like a wagon that was torn clean in half. But there's no bodies because, well, they were taken into the earth. But there is plenty of blood, some guts here and there, some coins. You do find coins from lots of worlds. Actually, you do find some from Alexandria. You do find also, Margot, coins from your kingdom.
Margot kind of like goes out of her way to like step on one, and then goes to like tie her boots and like grabs it and just kind of puts it in the edge of her boot.
So Briv is a massive collector, and if he sees coins, he's going to definitely be interested. Does he get a chance to see the subterfuge here? because he's gonna like ask what are you doing with that, because that could be
roll
going in the collection.
Margot, do a sleight of hand check opposed to, what is it, insight? I'm a little rusty today.
Perception.
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 Perception versus side hand.
Yeah.
17 for me.
Well, that was a 15 for Briv.
Yeah, you don't notice it. You do find a steel coin from from some place called Palanthus. You find a variety. You find some dragons from Waterdeep as well. The coin, and you find coins from Exandria.
I don't take them for the wealth part of that. Like, so if there are many of them, it's not like I'm trying to get all of them, but I'm definitely looking to find like the oldest or best specimen or whatever.
Right.
I'm basically, cherry picking and putting those into the bag of holding.
Oh my god, it just like erupted a memory. I used to collect pennies as a kid.
Oh,
I like totally forgot
That's what
those like
into myself.
those sheets. I'm like, oh my god, I did that because it was like, ooh, 1967. Yeah, you absolutely do. So I imagine, Briv, you do have like a manual like this where you've been inserting coins this entire time.
Absolutely. In addition to dolls, sometimes called action figures. I also have a graphic novel collection of sequential art, and then of course my novel collection, such as Tusk Love and some of the rest in that series.
Oh, wait, you have the Viper Sting chat books too, right? Like, I've only read the first 6.
Huzzah.
Yeah.
There are 13 more. Thou dost need to catch up.
Oh, man, yeah. Okay, right. As soon as we're no longer in one of these apocalyptic hellscapes, like when we get back to the ship, reading party.
That
I like that
is
plan.
likely never to happen, but sure.
Right.
Something to hope for.
Yeah. Margot, have you been in this city yet?
this is my first time.
Well, I wonder if we need to be careful, because I see a lot of signs of bad people. Do you think the whole town is bad?
Many
Probably.
red flags.
Yeah.
A
Probably
safe
not.
assumption.
So
Probably
what
Wait.
do we actually see?
What do you actually see?
Yeah, it's not fields of traps. There's other stuff around, right?
It's a
Or is it just an
blast. It's a
open-
blasted landscape.
It's a wasteland.
It is disturbing. Like clouds are kind of clinging to the edge of things, but it feels like the only, like, all life here is centered on this walled city and this fortress alone. And you can see the misty border not very far away. Like, you see the horizon of this misty border around this particular domain. And for you, Alyndra, in particular, it feels unstable here. Disconnected.
Okay, apologies, because again, I'm more of a halfling of action than a thinker. But let me just run this down again, Malgo, to make sure I got this right. You went into the mist,
Yes.
came out of the mist,
Yes.
ran into those dudes,
Yes.
just sort of like walk with those dudes because it seemed legit.
Well, killed one
realize-
and replaced them, but yes, continue.
Okay, so follow-up question, because I feel like Orkira's going to want to know. Did you know they were bad before you killed them and replaced them, or was it just like, YOLO, here's a dude?
What would you like me to say to make you more comfortable with what we're doing
Ah.
here?
No,
I
answer
ask
the question with a
myself that a
question.
lot,
That was not okay. All right,
Mm.
good. So,
Why
but
don't we just find out more about the city then, huh?
but did you have the sword when you got here, or you were looking for the sword when you went into the mist?
I lost the sword before the mist,
Okay.
but I had
Okay.
a strong feeling that I would be able to find it here.
You know, I have a number of concerns, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, let's go on in.
Before we go, I do want to cast Disguise Self and look like the captain. And you see, like, as she turns, it kind of like looks like sand running over her as the Disguise Self hits. You see, as her hand like turns into the captain's hand, she lifts the little cage and like tucks it out of sight so she can have it a little closer if she needs to query the captain's soul for information he would have.
And for just a split second, Briv picks up another giant rock, and then it kind of dawns on him what's happening.
Please
Okay.
don't hit me. What was his accent? I forgot what he sounded like.
It was a slightly Cockney.
Slightly Cockney. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Please don't hit me with the big rock.
That's amazing.
Thank
That is
you.
amazing.
Yeah,
Magic.
super amazing. Hey, can you ask? You said you could ask the soul some questions. Could you
Like
maybe
what?
ask some questions about what we might expect to find in the city?
Oh, wait, Orkira, who was like, trapping souls is so terrible. Now it's useful, huh? Think about that next time.
Look, the
Next time
soul is
what?
going to be going to the beyond no matter what. I'm just waylaying it for a little bit.
I mean, we all have abilities. Maybe I'll do some soul stealing in the future. I never thought of it. It's a good point.
Love to see it. Okay, then yeah, I would like to query the soul, please.
All right, you get very close to the gates. You are still behind like several boulders made of obsidian, so you're kind of out of sight. But what would you like to query the soul?
What sort of defenses can we expect, and what's the best way to bypass them?
Why should I tell you? Why am I in a jar?
What if I told you I could put you back in your body and you'd be fine again?
Okay.
Now that is motivation.
Do we hear any of this?
It's telepathic.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
All right, what would you like to know?
Best way in, what kind of defenses, and how far do we get?
Well, it's third watch right now, so you're gonna have to give a password since I'm gonna go ahead and say it senses what you look like, since you kind of look like me.
Kind of. And she says that out loud.
So, oh, I see what you've done. You've taken over my body, and when you're done with my body, I get to re-inhabit it? You've possessed me. Okay, I understand. This makes way more sense now.
100%.
Oh, I thought I had lost my head. So, whew, that must have been
No.
a bad dream.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So there's a password. You give the password. Bob's your uncle. They open up the gate, and then you walk in. Kind of a tense kingdom, really. You know, lots of ups and downs and ups and stuff like that. There's a king named Darragon right now, but he replaced most of the crown's guard with red capes, and now they're the big thing right now. So all of us crown's guard are now like just doing patrols, getting killed by giant werewolves and crap like that, which really sucks. I also I don't make a lot of money, especially for like all the hours I put in. It's like it really is like 16-hour days, for like 7 days straight. Like
Mate, you need to learn your worth. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I love all of this information,
I agree. I feel very dismissed, to say the least. So I'm anyways. Regardless, there's also Princess Valerian. We don't see a lot of her too much. City doesn't have a lot to eat. Sometimes they mainly eat spiders, which
Disgusting.
kind of disgusting. And some of us grew up on it, and we still don't like it. It's kind of like okra. So, what else? Yeah, never been married.
Okay, well, you feel free to be quiet now, and I will ask you again if I need anything else. Thank you.
All right, tell everyone else hi and thank you for regrowing my body.
Yes, absolutely. What's your name? Figure that's the thing I should know.
Theo.
Theo. Captain Theo. All right.
Yeah.
Good chat.
No,
I
it's
just kind of
great.
tap the cat.
Sometimes when someone kills you, you think they're just all evil and bad, but you're all right.
Yeah, well, and I will confer that information pretty quickly as we continue to walk and talk.
What's the password?
Might you password? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard Bob's your uncle, so I assumed that was...
You saying that, it's not Bob's your uncle.
I'm happy to be wrong in 4K.
I'm more happy for you to be right. So.
Well, we'll find out very quickly.
Awesome.
All
He
right,
seems happy.
You get to the gates. You see a lot of men with ill-fitting armor on the battlements.
It's me, Theo.
Hi, Theo.
I have new recruits.
Oh,
I am actually going to be all of thine's captain before too long, so mark my words.
half of them look kind of tiny.
I mean,
What?
ooh. You
He
should
does
say
not
that
like
to their
me.
face.
I mean, thou art tiny, though. I mean,
I
He
am
is
very tall.
very
for a
tall
halfling,
for a halfling.
Right. And she's very tall and very smart, and she knows that.
Ooh, sensitive. Okay, well, we'll cure them of that as new recruits. So, anyways.
Okay, yeah, I know what's gonna happen to these guys. All right. Okay. Yep.
This is so exciting.
Oh,
We're gonna be recruits.
Ooh,
it's
Theo.
healed.
Wait, no, Penelope, we're not
Yeah.
actually getting a job here. You know that, right?
Oh,
Theo, we can just stretch them out on the rack, and then they'll be tall like us.
That might actually work.
Hey, I kind of want to see it. You know what? We'll put a pin on that for now.
Okay, don't tell them we said that.
I'm assuming I heard all of that with my 30
Oh, yeah.
passive.
You know,
Okay.
hearing isn't really a height-bounded thing, right?
they have a thing to make you taller? Here, I want to try. Can I go first?
Penelope,
We're too high
no.
up for them to hear.
You literally turn into giant monsters. You can be taller whenever you want.
That's true. That's true.
Well, Penelope, I will protect you with my entire life. You're adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Don't be alone with any of them.
Okay.
Let us in. Open the gate.
Oh, wait. What is
Is there a gate? Do I just walk through?
Password? Just, you know.
Oh,
just-
Bob's your uncle. Come on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I can't believe that
The
worked.
gates just got open up, these large rusty iron gates that no one, and it's terrible. They're squeak just.
I get impatient and go start shove.
Have some oil to perhaps fix the gates.
Briv finishes like the left side.
This place sucks.
All right, and you see the
Huzzah.
city. Most of it are kind of like shacks with hay thatched roofs, but also layers of basalt and also obsidian kind of put together with some kind of adhesive, some very old type of adhesive. We don't have to get into it, but
It's like mayor glue instead of sovereign glue.
it's gross. So yeah, there are very old thatched huts basically that surround this massive castle that seems to have been erupted with magic itself. The walls of stone are actually still made of obsidian, the base rock, but yeah, the castle is actually strangely imposing. But these are malnutrition, these are people who do not get a steady meal or a steady diet by any means.
All right.
Well, it's quite difficult to farm in obsidian. Not
You do see what you think for a moment are a mischief of rats running around eating something, and you realize it's very quick spiders. Just a gang of spiders chewing upon something in the alleyway.
Is that the plural of spider? Like, what is the plural of?
Of mice, it is a mischief of mice, yeah.
But
They're
no,
spiders.
with spiders though.
Well, they're not. They don't run in packs. They're solitary creatures. But I'll be impressed if they do have a term for that.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Guess what? We're
A
finding
group of
that out.
spiders
Somebody
is
in
called a
chat.
clutter or a cluster.
There we
I
go.
don't like that at all.
I don't-
Cluster is
Yeah.
right.
That's
How-
disgusting.
A
How big
clutter
are
of
these
spiders?
How big are these spiders?
They're rat-sized.
Okay.
Hey, Penelope, you want to ask the spiders what's going on in this city? Maybe they know where Widdle went.
It does seem that they are the local inhabitants.
I mean,
Uh,
I don't think she came through here. We'd
Original.
like, no.
okay. I mean, I can try. Because, like, I've got speak with animals, but does that work with spiders?
Go ahead and try. Yeah, I mean they're animals too.
As that's happening, just real quick, I want a slight detour. You said lots of malnourished individuals. Does
Yes.
it look like? Does it look like there is a place where there is more of a mass of them, or are they super spread out? Like, is there a
Super spread
market
out.
Or okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find someplace central, And then as Penelope's trying to do this, I cast Create Food and Water, and I'm literally just going to drop it in the square and say, "Time for a feast. Come one, come all." And then
Oh
I'm gonna walk
wow.
away.
Oh goodness.
Roll. Give me a roll on persuasion.
Okay.
As you do so, people just swarm.
Let's see. That is, I think I'm pretty good at that. Oh, yes. Ooh, nice. So that is a 28.
Briv, I'm so proud of you.
No, I'm sorry, 27. No, 28. 28. 9 plus 19, right? Yes.
Yeah, you create this lavish meal in the town square on a stone table, and
There are no vegetables, but other than that, they should like it.
yeah, people swarm. Lots of people swarm, and then you hear a kind of a tick 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 sign. I can't speak. Noise. I'm deviating a little bit from Soul Cage, but you do hear us. You kind of get the sense that Theo wants to talk.
I just take a little gentle step back and like put my hand up. Theo, you're on with Theo. What can I do for you?
Oh, hi, Theo. Nice to meet you, Theo. Over there, the bloke with the red cape, he's grabbing for the food right now in the crowd. He's got the keys to the next wall level.
Noted.
He's also just a bastard. So, yeah.
Do we have a preference on kill or sneak?
I'm full on kill. I mean, yeah, just murder him. He's terrible. Yeah.
All right, I'll take that under advisement.
I saw him kick a puppy.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then kill its owner.
Well, all right, noted.
And then he fed the owner to the puppy.
Well, no, now that feels like good dog care. I'm back on board again.
And then put the dog into
Somewhere
a
terrible.
kennel.
All right, I'm gonna put. Do you have any more useful information, or is this gonna be a story about a dog?
Well, I mean, some good stories start with a dog, but yeah.
Has thou ever seen the John Wick franchise?
I hang up on Theo.
A storied legend, a grand hero.
You hang up on Theo.
Yeah, I want to go over to Orkira. And just,
Are you still looking like Theo?
I do still look like Theo, yes.
Okay, you start moving through the crowd.
Yeah.
Give me stealth
Oh no.
to roll up.
I have disadvantage on that for a good reason.
Well, wait, is she rolling up on me or is she rolling up on the dude with the keys? Because
No, she's not rolling up like, wait, let's just kill Orkira.
No.
I mean, if you want to try, sure.
I do not.
He's stealth and dirty.
I thought we at least had another hour of friendship before you tried to kill me, but that's okay.
Just a 13.
If anybody gets greedy on the food, by the way, Briv is totally moderating that situation. I'm just gonna be clear about that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to roll another persuasion check to control that because.
Well, I mean, if I need to, I'm gonna persuade like this. Is I think ultimately what I'm saying. I will try that other way first.
Yeah, let's try it. I mean, well, it's up to you. You can be
I will
like the
try.
bouncer of food, or
I will try to bounce them with my words, but then I will bounce them with my fists if I need to.
Okay, I got you. So
Ooh, nice.
you are
So that was a 26.
okay. Yeah, you are forming an orderly line. So there is a grouping. How would you like this group to progress? Do you want children first?
Oh, absolutely. 100% any children. And it only feeds 15 people, by the way. So if there are 15 kids, then we're going to be doing what we can, for them first.
There's definitely 15 kids.
Okay. Are there more than 15 kids?
I'll say it's squarely 15.
Well, that is convenient and doesn't cost me another spell slot. So we're going to make sure the kids eat. And then all the adults, I'm going to try for those who actually waited their turn and let the kids go first. I'm going to pull some of the hardtack and jerky out of my rations and start giving it to some of those adults. Anyone who looked greedy or had shifty eyes or anything like that, I'm just staring them down like Giannis after a dunk.
I will say, Margot, the man in the red cape immediately clocks you and notices you. What's everyone else doing?
I'm looking at Penelope.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I gotta do the thing.
I mean, you don't have to. I just thought, we might get some good information. Why would a spider lie?
I mean, I can speak with animals at will, so I guess I
Oh.
should understand what it says. I mean, unless you would like me to handle this to save you a spell slot.
I mean,
I'm not picky.
Why
I
can
just
Freely
always
talk to
turn to
animals?
Penelope when I think about talking to anyone.
He's literally been doing it for a very long time, talking to animals.
Like,
I know,
what
but
in
everybody's-
thy eclectic background allows thee to do this.
I like animals. Like, I mean, like they're fascinating. They tend to have a
Fair.
lot of insight. They don't really like lie to you. That's true. Penelope's into them. I thought it was just something that we could share with each other. You know, it's just, yeah.
He saw Black Widow, was really into Taskmaster. Was like, I want something of yours. I want something of yours. I want something of yours.
I mean, I'm not picky who does the talking. I just thought everybody's Penelope's friend, and she's, the animal person. So,
There are spiders literally looking up at you right now, watching this debate.
I just say to the spider, which one of us would you like to talk to? I mean, she is obviously, she's very nice. She's very friendly. She resembles a bush.
I'm closer to the ground as well.
That is true. She is more your size, as we have established. I am very tall for a halfling, which I know could be intimidating for spiders. But we're friends. We're friends. You guys are like,
We wish to talk to the bush lady.
Okay.
I mean, you've got excellent taste.
We appreciate asking.
Well, consent is sexy, yeah.
Hi.
What is sexy?
Something else we'll discuss later on.
I'm
it's
not a
Alice.
sexy spider.
if you want to be.
I forgot what we were saying. What were we talking about?
Yes.
Just figuring out what we're supposed to be doing here.
Penelope, why art thou blushing?
Do you have dead flesh?
No.
I mean, I do in my cuticles, but
No.
oh, never mind. Briv cannot understand spider.
Okay. Akira, what am I supposed to be asking? I thought we were recruits, and then we were. I don't know what we're doing.
We're still looking for Widdle. Did they see Widdle?
Did you see a big werewolf coming through here?
Yes.
Where'd it go?
We lured into the dungeons.
The dungeons. How do we get there?
There are holes.
Holes. Big holes? Like holes that person can fit in?
No. Tiny holes.
Are there any other ways to get into the dungeons?
A well? Yeah, there's a weak well. Probably. You seem strong. Knock around some stones.
Okay.
And then maybe you in the dungeon? I'm a spider.
But a sexy one.
Do you have dead flesh?
I don't carry that. Anybody have dead flesh?
What makes something sexy?
I have dead flesh in my cuticles.
We're repeating ourselves. Oh, what'd you find out?
Confidence.
Confidence.
Yes.
What else?
Intelligence.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, also having 8 legs.
Curves.
He rolls onto his back. It rolls onto its back and just like shows off the meat display that is multiple like sections, segmented body.
Oh, okay.
I clap.
I just like, the spider says Widdle's in the dungeon, by the way. Don't know if you guys got the update. Yeah.
Oh,
I did not, but that's good to know.
no. Good. We should probably go there and get her. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, presumably.
I was a little unclear. Freely, what exactly with the well and then the rocks? What was that all about?
Yeah, no, the spiders know like spider ways into the dungeon. Apparently, like maybe there's a hole in a well that we could get through. I don't know, maybe there might be other ways.
We can find strategies in, and we just need to know where we're going.
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
perhaps we can find our way there.
Sounds good to me.
Margo,
Yeah.
you've been clocked. What
Yep.
are you doing right now amongst the crowd?
Once I make eye contact with this guy, I'm gonna give him a little like, and try to like pull him away from the main group, if possible. If not, I'll do it in public. I don't care.
He puts his hand on his blade, like he clearly doesn't trust
Oh.
you.
Oh, straight to that then. Fine. And I'm gonna point and I'm gonna cast Synaptic Static at him.
Oh shit. Okay, tell me about synaptic static.
I'm gonna need an int save of 18.
And what does it do?
Every creature in a 20-foot radius. Oh shoot! Hold on. This is an area of effect.
And now we've got
Are there
children.
children everywhere? Okay, cool. Fine. Then instead of that, I will use my at-will invisibility and just completely vanish. And I'm just gonna go mark him up close.
Give me a stealth check with that invisibility,
Love that.
so that you can kind of like disguise it as
I just
blending with
watch
the
her
crowd.
going wherever she's going.
Sweet.
And-
Oh, go ahead.
Why is she drawing a blade?
I got a 16.
You walk. You just do the thing where you walk past someone who's slightly bigger than you, and then they don't see anything as you continue to walk, and you just kind of move like this half-drow shark in the crowd towards them.
Sweet. Then I'm going to do my best to get around behind him and pull out I'll pull out my main sword. It's not my normal baby, but it works in a pinch, and I'm going to try to stab him through the throat. Quickly. I need those keys.
All right, make an attack roll with advantage.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, this is the guard. Yeah, this is not okay.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to
This
get
was
the
someone
keys
else
so
that we're
we
going to go try and attack.
Oh, no, just this guy. Oh, thank God.
And
for
I was
advantage.
concerned.
26 to hit.
You hit.
Sweet.
Roll me some damage. And the crowd is like really tight, and it's it's almost like being at a club or whatever, or any crowd really. That creepiness of like everyone's just fixated on the food right now.
Nice. Okay. And as always, we must put a smite on it. We love a staggering smite. So can I get a wisdom save of 18 again? Please and thank you.
If you like it, then you should have put a smite on it.
3. It's a
Big
3.
Dave has joined.
Perfect.
Everybody's smiting.
All right.
Legally distinct.
Okay, so first hits damage is 29 points. Is he still up? And I'm visible at this
No.
point. Okay.
You've just like shoved it up underneath his scarf and into his throat.
Nice. And as he
Some
kind of slumps
Assassin's
down,
Creed
she
stuff.
appears again.
Yeah.
And then I'll cast invisibility as I take the keys and walk away and just leave the corpse.
Do you want to do something creepier?
Yeah, I had some more I was gonna do, but
Who
go ahead.
says
You tell
no
me.
to that? Who says no to that?
I mean, can I also take his specter? I would like an accursed specter, please. I'm a hexblade warlock.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yep.
We take souls in this house, so I
There's souls in this house.
put that in my
Souls
sword.
in this house.
And you tell me what's creepier, please. Yes.
Okay, I will allow you. Clearly, you can. You've ripped the soul right out of this character. And he is way higher up on Theo. He is one of the head guards, palace guards, to the actual king and queen, the king and princess.
Yes.
The creepy bit is that you still feel the softness of the ground underneath your feet, and you get the sense you can just push him as the spiders come up.
Yeah. As she like goes invisible again and like kind of is sheathing his blade and hears that like of his voice as he disappears into her soul, she just puts her invisible boot on his chest and pushes him into the ground.
He just kind of sinks into these multiple flakes and these spiders and all of these little obsidian flakes, like he's almost like sinking in water, and disappears amongst the crowd.
If I see any of the spider, like if any of the spiders like actually like show themselves, I think in Undercommon she just gives like a little like blessing of Lolth to them and moves away.
They raise up their first 2 legs and then leave.
Sweet. And I'll slowly move back over to the group. Still
Lauren
invisible.
loves this.
Okay. You leave the crowd. You get back to the rest of the group. What y'all doing?
Okay, so we need to get into the dungeon.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to access the dungeon.
Use
Well-
your jingling keys.
Yes, but we don't know where it is.
Dost
Oh,
thou
I-
know? Does Theo and thine little hip cage know?
You don't see Theo. There's only invisibility.
Well, I
Well,
see you.
I thought
Aw,
you had
crap.
some
Standing right there.
sense, right? Yeah.
Well, you take all the fun out of it.
I've been accused of that, yes.
Well, I have keys.
Excellent.
And one of the main guards is out of commission.
I did see that as well.
Oh, you don't miss
Conversation
much.
for later?
I would love if we never had it, but, you know.
And Alyndra, you can see the specter floating next to her.
Who's that? You just,
That's the
no. I'm asking her.
Margot, like, steps in front of the specter.
It doesn't work. He can just pass right through you.
Okay.
Um,
Look, it seems like you all get very upset with answers to questions. So, do you
We don't-
really want to know, or do you want to go save your friend?
Or
That
both.
one.
what does that be, Dave?
I just said, nope, that one. Ready to go save our friend.
I'm kind of with the saving the friend. I mean, I'm sure these people are very, very bad, and sometimes thou dost need to crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
The multiverse is full of people. And I just want to put the keys in Alyndra's hand and kind of like, she drops her invisibility and just back off.
Do you look like Margot?
No, I'm going to continue to look like Theo.
Layers.
Layers.
I mean, like Theo or like this other cat now.
She hasn't thought to change to that yet.
Okay, right. Got it.
Perfect.
So-
Into the.
You know, again, do I see another guard anywhere around?
Yeah, you see several guards.
Do any of them look like they're dressed nicer than anybody else?
The red cloaks definitely are. Yeah, they're like house guards.
I just walk up to one of the red cloaks and I'm like, hey, excuse me, can I just ask you a question real quick?
Yes.
Charm person. He needs to give me a wisdom 16.
I ain't coming back here. It was a 16.
Well,
I'm sorry.
that's all right. I just say, have you seen any, have you all got any unusual new acquisitions lately here? Any unusual guests of your town? Monstrous, perhaps?
Oh, you mean the beast? Yeah, we had to put it in the depot well. We had to keep it in the dungeon.
Oh.
You could put a baby Tarask in that thing and it won't get out.
Oh, you got a deep well in the dungeon. Hey, I know you might not know it to look at me, but I actually have a couple of coins, if you know what I mean. How could I arrange maybe a little view of that dungeon? I want to impress my girlfriend, and I just motion towards the group without specifying.
You the metal fellow. I
I mean, don't kink shame me, man.
the
Theo
You
does
want the
finger
coin or
guns
not?
back.
the depot well, you should know this, is in the palace. That's where they like to throw people when they are displeased.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but I feel like you seem like a connected guy. You can't like just get a little peek in there, just a little, maybe a changing of the guard. Maybe sometime people aren't paying so much attention. You make a couple of gold. You're probably gonna like double your salary for the whole year.
Roll me some persuasion.
I am not unpersuasive. That is going. You know what? Because this is important. No, wait. I'm not going to use that just yet. Let's just. We're going to do this one vanilla here. That's going to be 25.
Okay.
Mhm.
You get 25. All right. I can take you the back way. Can get my head cut off though, so I'm not gonna take you the whole way. So that's up to you from that point. Let's
Yeah,
do a little.
And I am very much to the group. It's like no. This is great.
Penelope, you hear squeaking in your big bush cloak, and you notice that you now have not only spiders, but you also have accumulated rats as well. They're all kind of living in little pockets in your cloak.
Okay, you guys play nice, okay? No fighting. I mean it.
Left side is spiders, right side are rats, and they're just
They've got
staring at each
colors.
other.
They've got signs.
When you're a rat, you're right. Yeah, right. Sure, right.
I knew it was going to be impossible running Ravenloft for this crew.
Every
I
3 days,
accept
there's
it.
just a
It's so
meeting
dark
over
and
by her
spooky.
navel, and where they have like a negotiation, and they talk through, and then for several more generations.
They call it the Omphalos. It is the navel of the world. They gather to debate philosophy.
And then several more generations live on either side. You take the left arm, I take the right arm, and we're done.
We're gonna have nuclear war between rats and spiders in a few generations, just going off of Penelope.
I mean, they are the ones to survive.
Right.
Rats, spider rats.
It's true. This is how it starts. I like every possible outcome. of
So,
this.
rescuing Widdle.
Yeah, I very much like motion them over, and I'm like, my friend here has arranged to give us a little tour, and I just press a gold coin into his hand.
Okay. Do you have any food as well that you had over there or anything like that?
Oh yeah. I mean, if I guess anything I would share some of my provisions with the guy.
Okay. Yep, that's enough. Yeah, he starts
Mm-hmm.
leading you down this twisting and winding kind of staircase.
As we're walking, I'm just like, so he says the deep hole is inside the palace, and that's where they throw all the undesirables, which I'm sure is super gonna be fine. But he's gonna help us get at least halfway there.
You, Alyndra, you can tell that he's being legit because there are a lot of traps. There are a lot of trapdoors along the way, and he's on the straight and narrow on all of this. So you are able to note like 5 or 6 like fake paths that could have been absolutely lethal.
Excellent.
Marco, what are you doing? Anything specific? You do come to a large side door, and it is gilded. It is iron and laced with gold.
We're walking past it though, right? We're like definitely not headed in this direction.
It's the direction he's led you to.
Okay. She's definitely in like a hold pattern, but I do want to try to keep an eye out for, why I'm here. So she's like, yeah, we're rescue a werewolf or whatever, and that's great. Is my sword around?
Yeah. Your sword? Oh, no. All right, this is as far as I'm going to take you. I don't have the keys, so that's on you. You seem like a crafty person. But I am now exiting the scenario, and I hope your girlfriend enjoys the well. But I'm leaving. So.
And I just say thanks, and you didn't see us, and we didn't see you. And I give him another gold coin.
Some tour guide.
Be careful of the palace guard.
And apparently a number of traps. Okay, I'm like, so I got us this far. I'm open to suggestions for phase 2.
Honestly, nicely done.
Okay, is this a door? We have to go through it. Try it.
Dost thou want me to do it the Briv way?
Hey, no.
Why don't I just look and see first, perhaps?
Is this what I got the keys for?
Yeah.
I just would like to remind you all that I murdered a man for keys. We should maybe use the keys.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Oh, I
Make
think,
it much sense.
yeah, right. Yeah, so he didn't like die for nothing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, have at it.
Honestly, that.
Jen, you wanted to cast Arcane Eye or something?
I was going to cast an Arcane Eye and try and see what we can see before we go do that. If there was.
Absolutely. You cast Arcane Eye and you look around and you see a very immaculate gold throne.
Widdle's going to try and take that. I know she is.
Has a thing for throats.
She may have already. That might be what got her into this mess.
And on top of that throne, you do see a half-drow man in white leather armor with red lining. and 4 palace guards all next to, large columns. And the columns are just marble white as well, with red veins throughout them. And you see the well.
I'm going to hold up my hand and I'm going to point to my eye and say, gesture that this is what I'm seeing, and then minor illusion what I see, a small version of it.
Interesting.
I mean, does that dude look like you? Wait, I mean, you have looked like a lot of things. Wait, do you know this guy?
Do I recognize this person from the minor illusion?
A great grandfather.
You see that, you actually see her disguised self shimmer, sort of, it glitches out before she's able to take a deep breath and put it back on herself.
He's definitely wearing the same armor you are.
Yeah, it's kind of our thing. Yeah.
Yeah, is this good for us or bad for us? Because we got some complicated family relationships also, so no judgment. But before we go in here, how is this about to play out?
I think you have a very good idea.
Oh, always good when someone's voice changes like that.
No, I say let's go for it. This dude's clearly terrible. They're starving people. They're feeding them to spiders. No, let's do it. Come on.
Briv just starts beating his chest and pumping himself up.
I'm like, come on, Penelope, bring it. Yeah, all right, yeah. Let's see. We're ready. Let's go.
Has no one thought about the idea that we're just walking into the throne room of this giant castle? And
but there's only 4 guards. It's okay. We can handle it.
Or we could just do a dimension door or a
dimension door
to
right
get
on
down
top of them.
straight directly into the cavern where we need to go and bypass it.
I honestly thought that we were getting to a door that was.
Wait, but we're also here for Margot.
Yeah.
What if this is something that Margot needs?
You guys know we just end up where we're supposed to be, and apparently this is so. Hey, we can split the difference. We'll go in, rough up this guy apparently. Or Kira, you could go down Dimension Door and unleash Widdle, which probably won't eat you because she didn't last time, and then we'll have a Widdle and we'll definitely win.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm happy to go try to get Widdle. I can't Dimension Door. Also, were you here to kill your grandfather? Is that why you're here?
Well, I didn't expect to see him here, so that's new and exciting. But in a show of good faith, why don't we go get your friend first? This can wait.
Would you like to be transparent with us about what's happening here?
I'm trying to be kind. I would like to run in the room, kill my progenitor, and get my fucking sword back. What?
Just the sword?
What?
Just the sword theft, or?
Why do you need to know so badly?
Because we're about to go risk our friend's life with you.
That's a fair reason, all things considered. Look, where I'm from, I was supposed to be the leader of my people. It went badly. I was killed by my aunt and the Raven Queen for reasons still unknown to me. And she picks a black feather out of her hair and throws it, and it kind of just fades away. Brought me back. Don't know why. So I am doing what I can to get my sword and then regain my seat.
I would like to cast Commune right now. I got 3 questions for the Phoenix immediately.
Okay. Tell me about Commune. Go drop your questions.
Yep. I get 3 questions, yes or no, to the Phoenix. And you all hear them out loud because she does everything out loud. So
For
quietly.
those that don't know, what is the Phoenix?
Phoenix is my god. I pray to a Phoenix. So I see this feather. I know who the Raven Queen is. I'm trusting my passive insight is going to pick up if any of this was a lie. But the first thing I'm going to ask my god is,
does she need to go in there and kill her grandfather?
Ooh, that's so subjective.
If a yes or no will not be enough clarity, I can get more.
No.
Is her sword in there?
No.
Is her sword in this realm?
No.
I look over at Margot.
Well, you don't need to go in there to get your sword. According to my god, your sword is not here.
She's really good at that. Like the.
If your god thought it was important enough to bring you back, I know a little bit about that. And there's no reason to put anyone's life in danger only to be disappointed. Now, whether you decide to go in there and do something about your grandfather is still up to you, but your sword's not in this place. I'm sorry.
And you see her disguise self glitch again. Okay. I appreciate what you have done.
If you want to come with us after this, I'm happy to help continue to try to find your sword wherever it is, but I thought you should know.
I mean, we're literally here because we were looking for a sword. It just so happens we found it, and now we're on
We
the
do
way
tend
back.
to travel to many places, lots of realms, all sorts of different things. So if we come across it, we'd be happy to get it to you or have you come with.
You are all
Perhaps.
very strange and incredibly kind.
That is an apt description.
Let's go get your friend.
Can we see a way to go to where Widdle is without having to go through the throne room?
Hello, my name is Alyndra. I will be your transport for today. And I'll cast an arcane gate from here to where I saw the deeper well.
You can get to the edge of the deeper well.
Before we go through, I would like to interact with my sweet boy Theo in the cage one more time. Has he been inside the deep well, like the deeper well?
Oh no! That's where they stick hill giants and that kind of thing, and just let them waste away so we don't lose any men to them, and then we eat them. But no, it's an impenetrable, undestroyable dungeon which nothing ever leaves.
You're not a lot of use. All right.
What? That's not nice.
I put it back
we
in my
talk about
pocket.
self-worth.
I
Get
promise.
good.
And I want to look at Orkira and say, on my honor, I will release this soul as soon as we are done with this.
Thank you.
He talks a lot.
Most who are dead do. Also, their bodies tend to as well. Once you die, you have a lot to say. Try to say it while you're still alive.
Yeah,
That's good advice.
it really is.
Okay, let's go get Widdle.
All right, you cast Arcane Gate.
Mhm.
It gets you to the lip of the well. Does everyone pass through?
I cast Crown of Stars on myself before passing through.
I'll go through last just to make sure we don't get ambushed, but yes.
When you say the lip of the well, is this still in the?
Yeah, I was trying to
Still
get
in the
us
pulse. Yeah, you're not going to get that
down
far
on
down
an
the well.
angle.
Y-
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to be at the lip of the. I'll say you can get into it, but you're going to be on a fall. It's a deep well.
Okay. Can anyone do anything about that? If we go somewhere where we're falling, I know
can
Widdle
for
usually
myself,
can.
But that's it.
Alyndra, is there any way that we can help you get that gate deeper and then we can just get Widdle out? Because once we get down there, getting out is going to be the problem, right?
I can cast Fly
You'll be able
on
to
some
get
of
the
you.
gate all the way down. Yeah.
Fly would work. Just something so we don't fall. It's a long way down, and we aren't prepared. We would rather not splat. Griff obviously can fly, as can Grant. Penelope, you could do something about that, certainly. Briv, you have the ability to manage that. And Orkira, obviously. Freely's wings are very attractive. And
Not
Really, I
functional.
gotcha.
particularly,
And I just open my arms. I'm like, I got you, Freely.
Also, don't forget that when we get down there, Whittle's a werewolf now, so there's that.
Yeah, do you have it seems like none of you, is this new for you too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure between like Briv, Penelope, and I, we could take her out without hurting her too badly.
I have
No,
actually-
not kill Widdle.
I saw her kill 10 people incredibly quickly.
I-
Are you confident?
I think we might be okay. I have a thought on that as well.
All right. Well, let's go. And if they try something when we get to the rim of the well, Briv and I will do what we do.
So will someone make sure I don't fall and die? Please.
Fly. Anyone else? I can get myself, Alyndra,
it would
one
be
more.
better if I
Brave.
could fly.
Got it.
Right.
All right. Those are my 3.
Right.
All right, and then freely I'll follow you, and when you're ready
Okay.
to go, I will pick you up.
As
All right.
the
Is
gate
Penelope
opens-
wild shaping into something that flies? Is that how Penelope's going to live through this?
I
How
can
far
carry
of a
Penelope.
We don't know how far the drop is.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I guess I can take the arcane eye down into it to see.
I mean, it's big enough that it apparently can hold giants. So big.
A baby Tarrasque, so.
Right.
But
Yeah,
just
I'm
in
willing-
terms of how far we're falling is the first thing to care about, and then what's in there.
mean- I'm happy to wait a couple more minutes as your eye goes.
Are we judging?
We can judge.
All right. The arcane eye goes further down, and it is incredibly deep into the bowels of this very domain. And then there is a massive, large cavern, and that's about as far as what's the range on arcane eye?
It can go for, I think, for up to a minute at 30 feet per round. Is that right?
And there's no limit on that.
One action, concentration up to 1 hour.
Oh wow.
Yep. I can move it 30 feet in any direction. So far.
You see a big, you get to what is an impossibly large cavern where the well ends. You still see stalactites and stalagmites, and you see a furious, massive, 12-foot tall werewolf digging with purpose in one direction and one direction only through the stone.
So there's a werewolf. I think it's Widdle. Does it look like Widdle when she transforms?
Yeah, it's still got goggles on.
Oh, it's Widdle. That's excellent elastic that she must have had built into this. Fantastic. So I think what we should do is we'll transport ourselves there. Once we arrive, I can essentially put Widdle into a bubble.
A Widdle bubble?
Yes, a Widdle bubble. Just a Widdle bubble. And it can hold her for a bit. She won't be able to do anything to us. We won't be able to do anything to her.
Okay.
It'll keep her from attacking until we can try and talk to her, perhaps? Or help her? I don't know what we do there. That's as far as I've gotten.
I mean, that's pretty far. That's pretty good. Because then
Yeah.
I'm hoping we can talk to her and she can not. I mean, she ran from us instead of trying to kill us. So I think she's got to be in there
Just wonder
somewhere,
what
right?
she's digging for.
She's trying to get
I
out.
would assume
Yeah.
trying to get to Strahd.
I think we should go and find out.
That's a good thought.
All right.
All right, everyone ready?
As
Yep.
the
but we're
gate
gonna go
opens and
anyway.
People start piling in. Briv, Alyndra has to go last, and so he's I forgot one more thing. And then he just runs a little bit down the road, and I cast Create Food and Water one more time and just drop it on the ground. And then I,
Okay.
run back to the portal.
All right, risky.
I'm so proud of you.
All right, so Arcane Gate is being opened where?
From here to as far as we can get it.
And what's
To
the range
the-
on Arcane Gate?
500 feet.
Yeah, you're still gonna be a little bit inside the well, but you're gonna drop. All right.
Okay.
So,
So
Arc-
then
that's better for us.
plan fly / don't die is in full effect.
Yeah.
All
Flies
right.
up.
You all teleport through the Arcane Gate, and you feel the most terrible feeling, Alyndra, the moment you pass through. I see all of you. And all the eyes blink on the robe. And all of a sudden you see Alyndra has 2 irises instead of 1. Oh, Margot. You look so much like your great-great-grandmother.
May I ask with whom I am speaking?
And you're falling in the well.
Is fly not working?
Nope. Fly works. You are now currently flying in the well. Alyndra, your eyesight has been taken over. You are not blind, but something is looking through your eyes and has all the advantages that your eyes have.
I don't get any save on that.
There's no save. Yeah.
Quick question.
Legit creature.
Do I see that?
Do you see what?
You said Alyndra suddenly has 2 irises and...
Yes, you immediately notice that, yeah.
Okay. I've got freely in one arm. I'm gonna reach over as we're flying on down. Remove curse.
You cast Remove Curse on Alyndra. It doesn't have any effect.
But do we know what this is?
I thought I did, but I don't. This is not something we're used to. Do you know who this is?
No, they have me at a disadvantage.
You hear the voice echoing up from above the well. That's where you're hearing the voice.
Oh.
Briv is going to fly over to her, and I am going to attempt to cleansing touch, which is an ability that says I can use my action to end one spell on myself or a willing creature that I touch.
One spell or anything else? Is it spell specific?
It says you can end any one spell on myself or one willing creature that I touch.
Gotcha. And you're trying to do that to Alyndra?
Yes.
Yep. It has no effect.
I jump out of Orkira's arms and grab onto Briv, and I say, "New plan, going up. He sees us anyway. Let's go."
I thought we heard the talking from below us, though, right?
Above. You said above, right?
Above. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
no,
thought you
it's
said below.
him. Yeah, I just say Briv.
It's
plan.
very much your dialect, by the way, Margot.
Sweet. So murder then?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Motor ahoy. And then Briv starts to fly.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys get middle. As the 3 of us go up.
So you all shoot up the well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Super Friends? Cool.
I guess we are.
You all shoot up the well.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of erupt out of it immediately. Margot, you see someone who looks, again, very, looks like they could be related to you, but you see their hollowed cheeks and their thinning features, and there's something just kind of unnatural. They're almost, skin is like parchment, and their eyes are dulled, and their hair is too thin, almost wisping, like as if it's actually underwater and just floating around them at this moment. You don't sense that they're undead, but they are clinging to life somehow, impossibly. And the 4 guards, as you all fly up, stretch nightmarishly as they lengthen their bodies. And you see that they are undead. And their armor just doesn't stretch, but their limbs do, as these zombies were formerly pressed up on the rack, become 10 feet tall, with long, sinewy limbs.
Oh, Grandpa, you have one chance to explain yourself, and then my friends are going to do what they do best.
I don't have to explain myself. Oh.
The dog's backing us. That's right, Grandpa.
That's where Theo is like, I was going to tell you about the dog.
Right.
I do not have to explain myself to you.
Surprise.
You are a mistake. You are probably not even supposed to be here. This is my realm and my realm alone. So you can leave.
Oh, those are going to go down as very terrible last words. Are you done flying? Because I would like to do something else. And I just look at my friends. I'm ignoring him now.
Yeah. As long as we're not over the hole anymore, I just say, oh, wait, hang on. I just thought maybe I should give something a try, and I use a new ability. I turn undead. I can turn the unholy. Wisdom 16. I'm like,
Briv is making food and water, freely turning undead. I'm so proud of everybody.
Yeah, wisdom 16.
these creepy 4 palace guards that are now 10 feet tall and lanky and stretched out, their bones completely separated from their joints, run. Just,
It worked.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right, Grandpa.
but he does not move.
Yep.
Oh, he's not dead, so.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Give me
Yep.
some sort of okay. Everyone, give me an insight check or perception check. And Margot, you
Including
have
me, or am I-
advantage? No, yeah, you still can see. You can do
Fascinating.
everything.
I got a nat 20.
Let's go.
Chaos.
You had a dirty 20. But I feel like
19.
right now Freely is very much doing the slow motion Gollum celebration right before. Knocked him into
Yeah,
the
you're like
lava.
dangerously on the edge of the lip. Like you're just watching Freely almost fall down into the chasm, dancing around as zombies run away from him.
I'm ready to catch because I got a 27, so I see that happening.
Amazing.
Penelope, Half-Pint, you, with all your spider friends and your rat friends and everything else that you've befriended all this time, you notice that there's a scabbard on the side of this man's hip that seems where his armor is not pristine, it is dirty and grubby and old and filled with dust. The scabbard is pristine, has never been scratched, has never been harmed in any period of time. And there is something both natural and unnatural about it.
Is there
Almost
a
like even
sword?
the skin at his side, like you notice the hand that kind of rests next to the scabbard is less wrinkled, is less old.
And is it just a scabbard or?
It's just a scabbard, there's no sword.
Marco, check out his side.
Interesting. We'll pull it off his corpse.
Oh, okay.
What were the rest of the rolls? Anything higher?
I got 27.
19.
Got 6.
Alyndra, so True Sight, does it actually almost work as a walking identify?
It doesn't tell me exactly what spell is affecting something, but it lets me see through. Let's see exactly what it. See invisible creatures, see in normal and magical darkness. Invisible creatures and objects automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them, and perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. Furthermore, you can see into the ethereal plane within the same range.
I will say that this creature is transformed by magic, and this creature is well past its old age. And that scabbard is keeping them alive. There's a healing energy, a radiating out of it. They are in a natural state. They are not undead, but they are on the slippery edge. Somewhere between death and between life. And at that moment, you, Margot, hear the screaming of ravens outside the windows.
Understood. For this, then. Are we gonna get into a fight? I'm trying to hold back. I want to do a violence.
I mean, we're kind of waiting for you to do the violence
Cool.
because
I would
this feels like this is your go be violent with this one. This is.
I want to reach my hand forward, and I'm going to use my 8th level evocation. I'm going to use Maddening Darkness and center it on Peepums.
Okay, is there a save for that?
Yeah, it's a Wisdom save of 18.
It's a fail.
Sweet. So magical darkness spreads out, and you all hear. It's supposed to be like mad cackling, but no, it's definitely like the shrill cawing of ravens and like feathers in the darkness, and it sounds like you're surrounded and buffeted by it. And magical darkness spreads out in a 60-foot radius, so this is huge. Can I catch some of the tall boys as they go too?
No, because they've been turned. Don't catch them.
They're clawing at
I
these
want to
stained
kill
glass
them too.
windows desperately.
Well, you know what? Zone of safety. You do you. I'll back you on this.
Thank you. I want to do murders to 5 things and not just one.
Okay, 2 things
Cool.
to do murders. Roll your damage.
All right, let's go. Oh, thank you, D&D Beyond. Who's got that many D8s? Not me.
I mean, you need them if you like to smite.
That's true.
I mean,
Fireball.
I want you to know there's about 8 sets of dice worth of D8s in here.
Amazing. Okay, 41 points of psychic damage to everything that starts their turn in there. So I don't think that a triggering damage hits until it's their turn.
Yeah, you hear the zombie-like creatures sort of scream. They're not entirely immune from the effect, but you hear your ancestors scream a lot.
The
And
Raven
then-
Queen gives Hell regards. It's time for you to lay down and go to the spiders.
You say that?
Yeah.
That's badass. Are we all rolling initiative, or are we just
You-
appreciating how badass that was?
You sense a very intimate connection to the Raven Queen. Do you have any spell slots left?
I do. One.
Would you like to burn one?
Yes.
All right, you make a connection to the Raven Queen. Is that it? I'm giving you the option if you want.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. I think she's completely leaned in. She didn't understand why she was here, and whatever this is unnatural, and she feels very defensive of the fact that he's wearing that similar reversed colors of her house, and just wants whatever this unnatural thing is to be deleted from existence.
Tell me how you would like this thing deleted.
Oh. I think the darkness begins to like pull away from the edges, and like a puddle sort of forming a perfect center, perfect circle, but it keeps like growing in density, and like the screaming of ravens like reaches out from it. And Margot with her hand like reached forward, like there are just black feathers pouring off of her, and her eyes have gone over to Jet, and she centers it just on the figure, and the figure just becomes like the sort of holding of all of that dark mass, and then it scatters as ravens fly in every direction and nothing's left except for the scabbard, which I would like, please.
As you're doing this, he is in extreme agony, screaming the whole time, because as the ravens pick off his flesh, the flesh regenerates back over the bone, and he just is in this constant cycle. More and more ravens swarm, and more ravens pick and pull parts of him away until the regeneration cannot keep up any longer, and there's nothing but bone and a scabbard left.
I think she just drops to her knees, and she's sobbing but doesn't even realize it as she just stares forward.
I just point down the hole and message Orkira. A lot's happening up here. Could you guys please get Widdle so we can go?
Do you pick up the scabbard?
I think she eventually like kind of pulls herself up to standing and walks over and grabs it.
The moment you grab it, in place of the dead body, you see the Raven Queen.
Oh.
All of us, or just her?
Are y'all
Just her.
seeing this? No, just me? Okay.
But you hear a raven up above on the ceiling. Caw. One down. One to go.
Halfway there. Thank you,
All
my
right.
lady.
And she just kind of dissipates. Who goes down the well?
I'm going to go down the well, but I'm going to take a quick second with Margot and say, tell your matron the phoenix is high. And then I will dive down.
All right. Anyone else diving down? Gollum, what are you doing?
I'm still going to defend this. I don't know if those creatures are going to come back, more guards, or anything. I don't want them cut off while they're down in the hole.
Okay. Who all goes down the hole?
I want to turn to...
I am no longer able to fly. And so I am going to stay here with Freely and make
Okay.
sure everyone can get down there safely.
Penelope?
I think Penelope would want to stay, seeing what's going on with Margot.
Okay. Orkira?
I'm flying on down, and if Alyndra needs a ride, that's who I'll grab because I know she's got the bubble. So
Okay. Orkira and Alyndra fly down to the depths of this giant, massive cavern. And you see Widdle slowly turn this massive 12-foot werewolf. You feel almost like you're like in the Rancor pit from Return of the Jedi as she regards all of you salivating. Goggles still on top of her head.
Hello, Widdle.
Hi, Widdle.
Would be wonderful if you didn't run away again.
Strahd.
Yes, we're working on it.
We gotta get out of here first, though.
No.
Well, we're on the way. That's what we're doing right now. So, do you think you could change back? The imminent threat makes it difficult.
Why?
Because you're quite frightening. And have done quite a bit of violence.
Also, we need to get out of this hole, and I don't think I can carry you in your current form out.
And at that moment, Freely, at that moment, Penelope suddenly, as if some kind of residual magic, is knocked asleep and starts falling down the well.
Can I try and grab her?
You can. Next episode. Thank you everyone for watching. Welcome to Heroes of the Plains. Thank you so much, Abria. Oh
my gosh, thank you.
I need evil energy so much. It feeds my soul. As long as evil lives, Mumra lives.
Mumra, the ever-living!
Thank you so much. I have such wonderful players. Thank you so much, Abria, for guesting on the show. I
Y'all
hope you had
are
a good
so
time.
wonderful. Thank you for letting me get to hang out.
anytime, you're always welcome.
Oh my gosh.
Abria, who are you again? And what you got going on? Let's go around the room.
Sweet. Hi, I'm Abria Iyengar. You can follow me on social media at Quiddy, Quiddie. I stream all over the place. Next Wednesday is the premiere of season 3 of Into the Motherlands, where I play Koza, a fixer, which was created for me by the illustrious B. Dave Walters, who's the big kid writer on all of the back end of that. On Fridays, you can catch me on Failed Save playing Fess, a ranger, a Gloomstalker ranger, which is also a thing I stole from B. Dave. You inspire me, sir. That's what that is.
But you make it look good.
Oh my god!
Down my row, we're all Gloomstalker Rangers.
Yes.
On my screen, it's
so good.
Gloomstalker. Yeah, we're edgelords. We like big damage.
Sweet. And then check out Misfits of Magic on Dimension 20 and Exandria Unlimited on Critical Role on Thursdays. And I've got a big announcement coming out this week, so keep an eye on my socials for that.
All right, Penelope Half-Pint, friend to rats and rat-sized spiders.
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle. You can follow me on Twitter at the Hope LaVelle. You can listen to me play some more D&D on Attackers of Opportunity, which is a podcast you can find anywhere you can find podcasts. Lots of really cool things happening behind the scenes. I can't wait to share, so follow me on Twitter for all of that.
Big Kid Writer, B-Dave, who I'm just referring to Big Kid Writer now.
You know, I have a celebrity endorsement. Yeah, B. Dave Walters. I do big kid writer things. You can find me wherever fine streaming content can be located, including behind the scenes on Into the Motherlands. Black Dice Society, Thursdays at 4 on D&D Twitch and YouTube. Gex Pack on Sundays. I'm sure all over Cena Games. I'm forgetting something, but I do want to ask, Abria, did you get my wedding greeting?
Yes, it was so good. We did a wedding episode last week, and it made me for real cry during the break. I was just like, I feel actual wedding. This is beautiful. Thank you.
Well, yeah, that's it. You can find me at B. Dave Walters, trying to find ways to make Abria cry both happy and scaredy and sad tears. It's a spectrum. That's how our relationship works. It's a spectrum. Yeah.
Bradford of Adam.
That is me. I'm Adam Bradford. I'm the CDO here at Demiplane, and you can find me on Twitter at Bad Eye Adam. We've got a lot of stuff going on, some announcements coming up in the next little bit. So keep your eyes peeled everywhere that Demiplane has things going on. And Abria, thank you so much. It is just such an honor to be a part of the summer or the year or the lifetime of Abria. I've seen so many different variations out there, but thank you for joining us tonight.
Well, shucks, thanks.
Lauren Irvin.
I'm Lauren Urban. I do things for Idle Champions, and I have nothing to announce except that these people are awesome and I love them. Bye.
Jen Kretchmer.
Hi, I'm Jen Kretchmer. You can find me on Twitter as @DreamWisp. You can find me streaming on Twitch as DreamWispJen. I'm one of the authors on Candlekeep Mysteries. I am the creator of the Accessibility in Gaming Resource Guide, which you can find in my pinned tweet. And I am here Tuesdays. Tomorrow I will be playing Vampire the Masquerade, playing a very, very different character on Renegade Games, and other stuff when I have things to do, to talk about.
Something we both forgot, Jen.
We did, yeah. We have a thing to
we both forgot. No, please. We both forgot it, but
yeah.
it's you. Yes, please.
B. Dave and I, along with Amanda from D&D, are currently the judges for the DM challenge. And we just got our first batch of goodies in, and they're so wonderful. Our finalists are so incredible. So that's going to be going on for the next little while, and it's really exciting. Yay! The designers are so great.
Thursday, you guys should see the video. I think the first of 10 weeks was this week. I think Thursday it comes out, if memory serves. Time is I reject linear time and all the other lies of the before times.
It is a flat pizza.
So yeah, keep an eye on dndcelebration.com, I think, for updates on all of those goodies and stuff.
Excellent. And I'm Todd Kenreck, your Dungeon Master. However, I am missing a heart because my wife, Meagan Kenreck, is elsewhere, and I am just staring at blank walls, waiting to be entertained by anything. It's not hard being married to your best friend, but holy shit. Life is very boring.
Send hot dogs.
Oh
yes. Please don't send hot dogs.
It got real humid around my eyes all of a sudden. That's so cute.
The dog attempted to leap to your defense at one point there.
Literally. If Meagan is watching, I love you. I miss you. Come home soon. I'm so bored without you. Oh my god. But thank you to my wonderful players. I am the creative manager over at CNE Games. I do a bunch of consulting. I do a bunch of other chicanery behind the scenes, and you're going to find out soon. Thanks so much for watching.
I just want to say you're welcome, because I was going to take your slot tonight, as is my want. But I let you keep it.
I love anytime someone says, as is my want.
It is our want as well. Take it. We gift it unto you.
Must collect you for the Infinity Gauntlet.
Can we do Highlander? Like we get into a parking lot fight for no reason?
Would not recommend it. That's true. Although I just 3.5 years we've been doing this, and Lauren rolls over instantly. Just
Hey, listen, we started this game and I thought Abria was going to kill us all, and by the end of it, Orkira and Margot are now like best friends.
We're besties. We are bird friends, which is the most important kind of friend.
We're bird-hating undead, want you to be on the life or death side and be done with it, friends.
Yes. I just keep souls a little bit more than is comfortable. You're trying to end the show, and I will not let you say.
No. Recycling.
One half the feathers of a raven, the other half on fire.
I mean,
all right. Now that is a family coat of arms. Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to let everyone go.
Thanks.
I love you all. Bye. Thank you for watching.
Gators.